Yo, what's up legends? Welcome back to the channel. I have got something fun to show you. Watch as this apple disintegrates into particles using Houdini. It's a simple concept with seriously cool results. Let's dive into how these effects come together step by step. Stay tuned. So here's how I set up the shot, and yes, there was no real apple, it was a 3D model. First I filmed myself walking and looking at the apple. For the second shot I kept the frame empty, leaving space where I could later place the 3D model in post-production, and for the third shot I captured the moment where I snapped. So the shot was done. Now let's jump on the PC and start our work. So this is the website called Poly. I have a link in the description where I can download the 3D model for free. You can also download the HDR texture and model from there. So I searched for an apple and this one looked great with high quality textures. Now choose the FBX format and click on download. Now back in Houdini, create GeoNode and name it Apple Disintegrate Effect. You can name it whatever you like and dive inside. Then create a file node and look for the 3D model that you download earlier. Looks like the apple is too big in the scene, so I search for the max size node and click on scale to fit, and then change justify center to mix to match it with grid. So we need a reference as a sphere. I search for it and I transfer it like this. We need a node called distance from geometry. I search for it and attach it to like this. Next, create a warp attribute and dive inside. We need to import the dist attribute in the warp, so look for the bind node and name it dist. Then search for the fit to range node, connect it to the bind node and use the geometry output as CD, and also promote the max parameter and label the parameter as fit. Now connect the ramp parameter, then use an add node to add multiple effects. Then look for parameter node and label it as offset. Then add turbulent noise. This is the reason I created the add node, and also promote its frequency parameter. Go back and check if all the parameters are working correctly. Go to the ramp parameter and change RGB to supply. Then doing some settings with ramp parameter. Now adjust some settings with the ramp parameter. You can also copy this, it should work for you as well. Then export our warp as a density attribute. Now we need to animate the offset like this. Then go to the animation keyframe, right click, choose isolate channel, select our keyframes and change the interpolation from Bezier to linear. Now it's time to convert our geometry into points using the scatter node. Then adjust the settings as I am doing. Then we can create a particle simulation using PopNet. Dive inside the PopNet and change the emission type to all points. Adjust the life expectancy and life variance settings in the birth tab. Now add normal like this. Everything's done but the particles are not moving, so add a point velocity node. Set the velocity source to from attribute and it will automatically use the normals, and also add curl noise. Go to the pop network and some forces like pop force and pop drag, adjust them according to your needs. Then add a pop color node, change the color type to ramp and set the vex expression to the edge preset. Now duplicate the warp attribute and add a blast node. Here we will use an expression to control what gets deleted. After that it doesn't look quite right, so we can reset the ramp parameter value in the duplicated warp attribute only. Now add a merge node to visualize both together. Then I use the color node to color the particles, and at the end I added a null node. Now it's time to render. Go to the stage, use soap import to bring in both the particles and the disappearing apple and then merge them. It's time to add materials. Add the material library, dive inside and add a node called MTLX standard. Copy it for the particle as well. Then import our particle color from the OBJ to the stage using our USD render and name it display color. We need to add the apple material, so add an MTLX image node, browse for our textures and connect the node. Go back, click on autofill and drag both soaps into the geometry path. Add an HDR using a dome light and adjust the intensity and exposure according to your needs. Then add a karma node, connect it, press D in the viewport and uncheck display environment. Now switch Houdini GL to karma. Oh, this looks too creepy. So go back to the OBJ and add another warp attribute. Dive inside, search for fit to range and connect it with edge, change the value to the fit range node, then add a bind export node to export our attribute as P scale. Now the particle look good but the color is gone. Sorry, I made a mistake in the material library. Connect the result to the base color and yeah, this works perfectly. The time has come, the moment you have been waiting for. Now add the camera, set the render setting, define the output location, specify the range of frames, and click on render. I have to sleep right now, so I will catch up with you in the morning. The render is complete. Now it's time for composting. I 3D tracked the scene and performed color grading, and here's the final output. Boom! We have turned an apple into pure chaos. If you had as much fun as I did watching it all explode, smash that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so you won't miss the next wild project. Until next time, stay weird and stay awesome, and goodbye.